Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Anna and today I'm doing a draw my life. So I got an iPad and it has this animation feature which is very cool if you ask me. So I was thinking that my first animation is going to be this video, so don't judge me please. It's the first time I'm doing this stuff. I have never done it before. 14th of January 2004 is when my story starts. In a little town called Heyyyy, I was born in a hospital. I was not the cutest baby even though my parents thought so. I was like red and had like veins and stuff. I looked very disgusting. This was probably what it looked like when my mom first saw me. I was also very fat. I had like fat rolls in my eyebrows and I was like almost 5 kilograms heavy. Anyway, there is one rather important thing to mention that kind of set the vibe for my whole life, which is probably good to know about. One day I was crawling on the floor just doing baby stuff and my mom saw me and she was like, something is wrong. So she took me to the hospital. To make a long story short, the doctor said that I had hip dysplasia which needed to be fixed straight away, otherwise I would never be able to walk. And he also said that I would probably not be able to move like normal people and not run, like do sports and stuff. The most normal case is that if you're born with this, you will most likely deal with it your whole life. And I was like, come at me life, come challenge me. The treatment for this is that you have surgery and then you're put in a cast that you have on for, I think I had mine for 9 months, that kind of splits your legs and it makes it like heal the right way or something. Then you have like a long rehab period. I was cleared when I was 6 years old actually. Anyway, when the doctor took off my cast, he told my mom that I would probably not be able to walk straight away and stuff like that, like, you know, logic stuff. So my mom took me. I had a lot of energy as usually. She just put me on the ground to see how it went and I felt like I had the whole world in front of me, like everything was possible. And my mom, she was like, she can stand up, maybe she can start walking. So after a few seconds I just started running, like running out of the hospital, my mom running after me out on the parking lot. And that, my friends, was when I had my first little run of my life. I basically started running before I started walking, and that was also the day that I learned that if someone tells you that you can't do something, that's exactly what you should do. Fast forward to when I was a little bit older, I started school earlier because I thought that everything was easy because I was a really smart kid. So yeah, that disappeared when I was older, you can say. After just half a year, my parents put me in this alternative private school where like people were running around in the forest, eating what the forest would offer and building houses and stuff, climbing trees, because I needed to avoid burnout because I was such a driven kid in a way. I'm really grateful that I was put in that school because it let my creativity grow and it let me be a kid. It also taught me the skill to solve problems in a way that only kids from that sort of school can. So when I was 9 years old, I moved from Norway to Sweden and learned the language, started a life there. So when we got there, my parents thought they had bought a house, which apparently they hadn't. And I don't know how it happened, but it did. So we found a garage to live in. It was only 24 square meters big and we were like 4 people and the dog was also there. So it was kind of small, but we still managed to live there for like 8 months. And at least I remember it as a really, really good time. After a few years in a similar alternative private school in Sweden, I moved to a normal school, which was kind of a culture shock. I had this crazy style as a kid, like a colorful shirt and these like pants from Vietnam that was like really puffy and hippie and everyone thought I was weird. And I also had sandals like year round, like it didn't matter what weather it was, I would go out in sandals anyway. So I didn't really fit in with my class. Like I found people older than me that was really nice to hang out with, but in my class I just felt like I was an outsider basically. But I didn't care that much. I was like a good student and I focused on the studies and the teachers liked me and my goal was to get like straight A's and everything, and I got to the point where I got straight A's in everything. And when I saw that I was going to reach that goal of getting straight A's, I kind of felt like it was the only thing I was good at and I wanted something more, but I was also like on the verge of getting burnt out, like it was not good. I put a lot of pressure on myself, which was not healthy, and I started coping with cutting out food and started running like a lot. And we all know what happens if you cut out food and start running a lot, and at the same time you kind of stress because of food and because you don't feel like you run enough. I got a stress fracture. This was part 1 of my drama life, and subscribe if you want to see part 2 next week.